Ahava blessings. Happy solstice. It is the winter solstice in the summer hemisphere and the summer in the southern hemisphere. And it is also the new moon in Sagittarius at 28 degrees, which marks the new lunar cycle of Tevet Capricorn. So we are going into the Capricorn lunar cycle, and it is a very potent energy that we are dealing with. As Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn likes to get things done, very disciplined, very hardworking. It's about manifestation, but it is about having the drive and the discipline to create the structure for us to manifest into the physical world what our soul came here to deliver. For those that don't know me, my name is Aurea. I am an ordained Magdalene priestess, a Reiki master energy, and a sound alchemist. And in this video, we're going to talk about this Capricorn new moon. It is happening at 28 degrees of Sagittarius, as I mentioned. And it is the number 1. So it is a number of oneness, of unity, of creating, of co-creation, and of bringing ourselves into union with the divine. We're in the portal of the winter solstice and this summer. I'm already in the summertime, winter solstice. Now is the time to slow down. It is in the stillness of this season that we can truly receive the wisdom of this cycle. This cycle is ruled by Ayin. Ayin, the Aramaic Hebrew frequency, Ayin created Capricorn, and it is about perceiving. It is about the true sight. It is about seeing with the eyes of the heart, the eyes of the soul. Basically seeing beyond the veil, the distortions of this physical world to truly perceive what is going on and how best we can align to our soul, to our mission, to our purpose. The other letter that rules this cycle is the Beit. The Beit created Saturn, and where there is Saturn, there is the moon, as the moon represents our incarnational experience, and the moon, our incarnational experience, is limited by Saturn. And this limitation isn't a bad thing. I think sometimes we, in the West, we have a perception of Saturn that is very negative. And it's not meant to be negative. There's a reason why Saturn restricts. Saturn restricts because it is kind of, this is the analogy that came to me while I was sharing my podcast episode on the energies of this moon. It's kind of like you have children, you have little toddlers running about, and they can stick their fingers in sockets, put their hands on hot stoves, they can, throw down a glass sculpture and have shards of glass and cut themselves. You want to basically create a safe container for these children to not be running amok, putting their hands on fires, burning themselves and cutting themselves and electrocuting themselves. That's pretty much what humanity is. When we are unaware of our connection to the divine, our infinite oneness, we're a lot like children. We're ruled by the ego. We're ruled by the lesser self. We're ruled by our traumas, our karmas, our limiting beliefs, our societal upbringing, our family upbringing. We're ruled by all of these things that really, when it comes down to it, they're not us. They're what we have been programmed to believe is our identity. And your soul is far more intelligent and far more expansive and far more attuned than your human experience of it. And this is why Saturn, when someone is not on the path, on their path of soul mission, of awakening, of expansion, of embodiment of their soul, this is why Saturn restricts. And this is why when we have our Saturn return, which happens twice, at least twice in our lifetimes, at 29, 30, and at late 50s, 60s, this is why most people at that point in time, they kind of get their act together. They move their butts and they get things done because Saturn is like, no, let's get things done. And this is the energy. If we're not doing the things that we need to be doing, Saturn restricts to keep us safe and from really creating a mess out of our lives and out of our human incarnation. However, when we actively choose to work with the energy of Saturn, to actually do the things that we came here to do, to actually sit in stillness and listen, not to the monkey mind, not to the limiting beliefs and the thoughts that tell you you're not good enough, you're not worthy, etc., but you truly listen to what is beneath the lies that we have been fed, beneath the lies that we have been led to believe about our capabilities, our ability to change, to manifest, to transform, to expand, to embody the infinite light that we are. When we peel away all of those layers, we come to the truth of who we are. And that truth of who we are is we are divine presence. We are the divine expressing itself in human form. We are one with divine essence, God, Goddess, Allaha. And once we realize that oneness, we realize that only we have the power over our lives. So we let go of the bullshit, we let go of the judgment, we let go of the guilt and the shame, and we start transforming. We start peeling away those layers of fluff that are not ours. And this is when Saturn starts to bless us with abundance, with expansion, with growth, supporting. It goes from limiting to supporting our expansion, to supporting the further embodiment and unfolding of our soul in this lifetime. This is the energy of this moon. This moon, when it's exact on the 19th and the early hours of the 20th CET time for our friends in Europe, it is being squared by the Saturn and Neptune conjunction in Pisces. So this means that the energy feels a bit frustrated. It feels kind of stagnant. It feels like it's not really moving forward because it's not supposed to. We are in the depths of winter. We are at the time when instead of running around with our heads chopped off, looking for presents, looking to go to every party, getting drunk, partying, etc., instead of doing all of those things, we really need to cultivate stillness. We need to cultivate patience, perseverance, discipline. We need to allow ourselves to clear away what needs to be cleared in order for us to come into deep alignment with our soul and with the embodiment of our light. And that embodiment means that we are embodying our mission, our purpose. And our desires, the soul desires that we hold in our hearts, all of those bring us into the birthing. They bring us into the birthing of our soul in this body, in this plane of existence. So this energy is not about denying the physical. It's not about being a monk, so to speak, even though Capricorn sometimes likes to be a monk, because Capricorn likes to work. Capricorn loves to work. They live for working, doing, getting the things done, discipline, structure, creating the foundation and the underpinnings of what we are manifesting. They live for that. So this energy oftentimes can be a little bit standoffish and a little bit thinking that they're too busy counting their coin, they're too busy doing the things that they're doing, they're too busy working to be bothered with nonsense. So they can come across a little bit cold. But there's nothing like this energy when you learn how to embody it and when you learn how to work with it. We cycle through these energies so we can learn how to bring these aspects into our being. And the more that we can align with the frequency, the more that we can activate abundance, activate discipline and hard work and legacy. Your legacy, what you are building for the future, this is what we are anchoring. We are anchoring manifestations that are going to far surpass our limited experience. But however, all of that depends on our thoughts, our words, and our actions. What frequency are you choosing to align with? Ayin allows us to see through whatever is being placed in front of us and to see the truth. However, in order to see the truth, we have to be willing to see the truth, because it's not about our feelings. And this is why Capricorn sometimes ruffles people's feathers, because Capricorn is about hard facts. Capricorn does not give a F about your feelings. Capricorn cares about facts, about analysis, about actually how we are going to do the thing we're going to do. Capricorn is about results. It's not about our feelings. It's not about sitting there and just contemplating all of the ways we want to manifest, but not doing the actual thing we need to be doing. Capricorn is not fluffy like that. We are entering a time where we need grounded spirituality. It's not about meditating on a mountaintop and avoiding the physical experience. It's about knowing how to implement our tools in our day-to-day physicality to birth what we are here, where our soul came here to deliver into this world. This is this energy. So it's time to get off our bums, and it's time to align, and it's time to really open to receive and to perceive what really stirs and moves our soul into further expansion, into further embodiment, into the deliverance of the light of our soul in our physical world. One of the beautiful mantras I work with is the Ve'ahavta. And the Ve'ahavta is a prayer. It's a couple lines of the prayer. And it's about being in oneness with the divine, about loving the divine as much as the divine loves you. And I think especially now when so much chaos is happening in the world, it's important for us to come back to our heart. And sometimes with this energy, with Capricorn energy, you might feel that it's very cold and aloof. But when you are in your heart, when you are centered in your heart, then the way that you deliver this energy of discipline, of structure, of doing the things you need to be doing, it's a warmer way, a more grounded and expansive way of holding this energy, because you are connected to the divine. You know you are one with the divine. And this is what this prayer brings into our lives, what this mantra brings into our lives. So you can have your hands on your heart, or you can have your palms up, receive the energy, and try to follow along with me. The words are Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha. These frequencies of these crystal alchemy bowls allow us to amplify this energy of loving the divine as the divine loves you. Don't forget, if you would like to receive a full sound activation, you can tune into my podcast episode where I share a full hour-ish long sound activation as well as a deeper dive into the energies of this moon. All of that is linked below. If you like this video, share, like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know how you're feeling this moon. And give yourself the time. It is very important to give yourself the time and the space to receive what you are here to receive and to birth into this physical world. Have a blessed new lunar cycle of Tevet, Capricorn. Ahava. Blessings.